active tab.
How does the point system?
We'll do that as a chat if you want. Okay guys, we're back here at i46. We've got a different format for you here. We've actually got, as a part of this is a 1v1, so the way this all works is each club's got 4 players. They play a 4v4 game. That's worth 3 points as in a game of football for a win, 1 for a draw, none for a loss obviously. Now we're into the 1v1 stage where the captain of the team has nominated his 4 in an order, matched them up against the 4 from the other captain, and they're all playing a 1v1 match. So we're watching here Kelley, the captain from the FVPA team, versus scouting for goals Tom. There we go, sorry, bit of finger trouble there. So Kelley's in his blue of Chelsea, Tom's the red. I can't, need to lengthen that in a minute, but Tom's in red with Man United. So this is a normal game, it carries 3 points. So the 1v1 stage is worth 12 points altogether for a team at that level. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes on. We've got 3 games going on at the moment, but we're focusing on the game with Kelley and Tom as they're sitting on the stream. I'm glad to welcome with me Bandit from whatever FC, Mr. Chrissy Bullard, called himself a couple of goals. How did you find your first game of clubs, Chris?
Yeah, no, it was a good experience actually. Well, we got chucked straight into it. I actually was a late replacement for Rob Hobson, the EA community manager. I couldn't quite get my controller to work straight away, but we ended up scoring without me for about 5 minutes. And I managed to convert a pressure penalty, so yeah, no, it was a nice game, but just a lot to get used to, I guess. I don't really play clubs at all, so it's just nice to play and actually just control one player for once, and it was actually more relaxing than playing 1v1, I must admit. But how many points are there for the 2v2 stuff as well?
So 2v2 games will carry 3 points the same, so there'll be 6 points up for grabs in that. Got to say it was nice to see how you found it from playing 1v1 most of your FIFA career, that suddenly playing in clubs, the banter with the team around the table. How did you find that?
Yeah, no, it was fine. Actually, because of the noise in here, you can't actually hear each other that well. So it's a bit weird. Like, I guess if we had a proper setup, we'd have headsets and everything, which would be sort of nice. I guess we could do it on Xbox Live actually, but I don't have a headset. I don't know how many people do. So yeah, the banner was okay. We didn't really get involved with the other team at all. You know, I think we were fairly modest. We were just pretty much having fun, really. Not, you know, this is a pilot tournament. It's nice to play FIFA with it not being serious, and yeah, just having fun, and added a bit of banter between us, sort of pro players, if you will. Still 0-0 in this game. Well, actually, I missed the formation setups and everything, so I'm not. Kelley, a nice chip through ball now with a chance. And what a save! What a save by De Gea. Kelley still in possession. Going for that shot now. It's been blocked, and Tom will be able to clear away. Looking for the counter. Nice little bit of dribbling there to get out of that tight spot. And it's through with Rooney here. Good chance. Another great save by this time Czech. The last 10 minutes has featured the keepers more, which is actually the AI control player.
Finishing's not been of the highest quality yet.
No. Kelley in possession once more, but fortunately given away there. It's a bit of a scrappy game at the moment. Kelley once again trying to get a attack together, but there's not really many players joining him from the back. He's only really got 3 players forward here trying to get that shot, but it's blocked. He's actually got a free kick now, so see what Didier Drogba, I think, can do with this one. Going for the long cross, but didn't quite pay off there. And again, Kelley. Kelley with the counter attack now, but again, maybe forcing it a bit too much. And here we see Tom with a great chance. Can he score? And he has. 1-0.
That's a bit of nice finishing there.
Yep. Good finish. Had time to compose himself and see if he can hold on to this lead. Really, Tom's only really been attacking in little sort of spurts whenever Kelley makes a mistake with his possession. Here we go again. Tom trying to counter. But again, well defended from Kelley.
I think it makes an interesting point about watching 1v1 in clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to try commentating on it, but anyway. So it makes a really interesting point, because obviously 4v4 is a completely different game to watch from a spectator's point of view versus a 1v1 game of probably players that spend most of their time playing clubs football, not playing 1v1, which is quite an interesting thing, but does, like you say, probably not make the best spectacle. We reached half time there, and I think we'll all go for a little relaxation and a breather of thank goodness for that. But anyway, just all this is part of a pilot to see what works, what doesn't. But just from perspective of spectator sport, Chrissy, obviously 4v4. I mean, we've done commentating on 2 of those, and they were really good fun to commentate on. Suddenly, clubs players playing 1v1. Thoughts?
Yeah, like someone in the chat has just mentioned, this isn't the highest quality of 1v1 play we'll see this weekend. Especially we have got some pro players here that specifically play 1v1. Like me, for example, I never play clubs. I specialise in 1v1. I don't know. I guess the 1v1s are part of the pilot. I'd actually sort of like to see more clubs. I wouldn't mind actually seeing more emphasis point-wise on the clubs. I'm not sure what you discussed with Kelley, but I wouldn't mind seeing like the sort of 4v4 game being worth 12 points, and then the 2v2s worth 6 points each, and then 1v1s all worth 3 points each. So each section is worth 12 points. But I think it puts a bit more emphasis on the team, because I feel with the current setup, the 1v1 guys must be favourites. But
no, absolutely. That's a very good observation there, Chris. And we had that discussion last night about points, because it's a club's pilot, and that's the point. That's the whole thing, is to learn from it. So there's no prize at the end of this today. All there is about learning and seeing what's really worked, what's not worked, and refine that. But I think there's a really good point about, here we have 2 clubs players who, all right, you're commenting yourself, could be seen as fairly average 1v1, but that's the whole point. We want to get lots of people that play clubs that are, not the best 1v1, but they play clubs because they enjoy it, and it's a whole different scene, and we want to get those sorts of people. That's what you're seeing in front of you at the moment, and that could be you, and you get involved with that, and that's the whole. You don't have to be, you know, a Chrissy or as a beautiful reply there from in the meantime from Kelley, make it 1-1. But you know, this is the whole thing. We want to get clubs players here and playing, and yeah, so far I've been really pleased with what we've seen. It's the pilot's going well, and I don't disagree at all about the point situation. And I think that's, you know, that's next time we do something, that'll probably be fairly, you know, let's see it as adapt it towards that. But great feedback, thanks Chrissy.
Can we change it or not?
What, today?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have to speak with Kelley about it. He set the rules, so.
Yeah, because I don't know, like if it is a pilot for the clubs guys, then you know I'm more than happy. At the end of the day, the changing the format that way would the only people who wouldn't benefit is us, and you know we've had our tournament yesterday. We wouldn't care one bit. So
I'll
yeah,
put that to Kelley in a minute. I think it's a really good suggestion, Chrissy, and let's try it out, see what happens, because I think it's really important that the club's element carries more importance.
Yeah, well, because the 4v4 is, I think, is going to be the most fun part of today. And well, I mentioned yesterday on the stream, I want to see. I really want to play these FVPA guys in a 4v4 match, just to see. You know, I probably know the game better than these guys, but I have no idea about the teamwork and that kind of part of it. You know, I quite like actually being a 1v1 player where I only rely on myself. I can't, you know, I don't have other people to rely on, and actually it's a skill to have really to work in a team, because you can't just be blaming each other all the time. That obviously never works, and you have to fully trust the guys you're playing with, and that's what I want to get out today anyway, just seeing how they compare to us. But I think it'll be a good game, and now it's a penalty for Kelley. It's got a chance to equalise. Oh, sorry. Oh, no. To go in front of me, but drag the shot. And that's another thing you don't see very much in the 1v1 games. But,
Interesting point, not knowing where Kelley normally plays his club's football, but he could just be a defender and never actually be, you know, up for taking penalties and things. So it's really interesting to watch. So we'll find that point. He might tell us he's a centre forward and takes the penalties always, but just trying to give him a bit of benefit of the doubt. But it's a really interesting point around, you know, when you're playing clubs, you focus on a position. I know at My Sweet Patch TV we've got a couple of clubs there, and I watched the lads talking about after games and how they really focus on staying in position, not just running everywhere, and being much more disciplined than when you've got control of the whole team. So I played last night and spent most of my time watching the radar and my centre forward running offside and not even being on the screen. So it's a completely different game when it comes to that.
Yeah, actually, well, I can't tell a lie. I've got a little bit of club experience, but mainly with my mates. I used to play Captain Your Country. I don't know if you ever played it with Euro 2008, I believe. And that was a great game. You know, everyone would have a player. It wouldn't be no one would be set to any. And I don't know. It's just much more fun, really. Like, you have people that sort of constantly mess up, but that's all part of the fun. You know, one of my mates weren't so good, and whenever he'd have the ball one-on-one, he'd always like miss, and you know, it was just a good laugh, really. So a couple of things in the chat. Someone asking how old I am. I'm 25, or did they mean you, Dave?
Yeah, no, I'm hoping they were talking about someone else in the.
But Kelley with another chance there, trying to.
Kelley's captain in the club's team at FVPA.
Oh, right.
J-Mo plays with them as well.
And now Tom with a breakaway. Oh, shanked it over. I thought he could finish that right at the death, but not to be. Can there be another goal here? Can we have a winner?
It's looking Kelley's probably had, since he scored, a lot more of the possession.
Yeah. Kelley coming with Mata inside now. But Tom gets that out. Yeah, I think the penalty miss will definitely be the talking point. Yeah, I thought he was through, then he decided to pass out wide. I don't think he expected to be through there, but I think that might be time. No, we've still got a chance to get a winner here. But as far as the game's gone, I'm not too optimistic. And it does end 1-1.
Excellent, thanks for bearing with us on that one, guys. All part of the experience of clubs and clubs players playing 1v1. We'll just go, and there's some other results coming in. We'll get those to you as soon as we have it. We got one more. We had three 1v1 games going on then, and there's one more to catch up. Someone who's just playing in the WCG. So scores coming in. Obviously, you've seen Kelley and Tom. That was finished 1-1. We've got the result from Rick and Jordan coming in a second, and Phil and Jack. Is Rick's score coming in now from right field? And that finish, Rick from the FVPA, well earned his 3 points for the team there with a 4-0 victory over Jordan. And the game with Phil and Jack still going on, currently sitting at 2-1 to, I think that's at FVPA at Chelsea, but we'll update you on that in a minute. Right, we're just going to take a quick break now. Thanks, Chrissy, for coming on. We'll catch you again in a minute, and we'll be back for the next set of games. Speak to you in a minute. Thanks, guys.